Is everything okay at home?
No.
Do you want to talk about it?
Maybe later on this podcast.
Hi friends, welcome back to the Friendzone. I'm your host, Symonne Harrison, and today I'm here with my best friend of like 8 years.
Yeah.
Sofie.
Hello.
For everyone who by chance doesn't know who you are, give us a little rundown and then we'll get into our hot, juicy topics.
Well, yeah, I'm Sofie Dossi. I'm a contortionist, hand bouncer aerialist. I shoot bow and arrows with my feet.
Seriously, how do you do this? You still have never told me. I'm so confused.
I just do it.
You just do it.
It's something I woke up and was like, I want to do this one day.
How do you aim?
I aim with my feet over my head, and it's like a certain technique. It's kind of hard to explain. It's at this point now, it's muscle memory actually. Shooting with my feet. Though I am better at shooting with my feet than I am my hands. I'm good with my hands too, but I'm more accurate with my feet.
You know, that is very impressive.
Yeah.
Also, it's sometimes weird because I've been friends with Sofie for so long that, I don't know, for my brain doesn't, associate things well. So, I would suck at being on Love is Blind, by the way. I would, not be able to do it. But, for you, I'm, friends with you, and then I'll see, a picture. I'll see you out in, public, upside down or bent in a luggage or shooting flaming bow and arrows with your feet, and
I
I'm
feel
like,
that's normal
wait,
for you now.
Is that
not?
But
because at some point, I feel like whether you follow me or whether you're a friend or maybe it's just my family members, I don't know, but I feel like everyone's used to it now.
No, I'm definitely used to it, but sometimes it's weird to just hang out with you and then you'll just pop into a weird pose and I'm like, oh, I forgot she does that.
Oh yeah.
I just don't associate.
You and Jake
the two
sometimes
well.
say that, yeah.
Yeah, because you walk normal, you talk normal, you know? And then we'll just see you
human.
hanging from a hoop by your neck. And we're like, girl, is everything okay at home?
No.
Do you want to talk about it?
Maybe later on in this podcast.
We got to save that for the clickbait.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, of course. I'm really happy to be here with my bestie, my little sister, my light for lifer.
My for lifer.
My for lifer.
One thing I really wanted to talk about is kind of how to navigate parties. Yeah. I feel like that's a big thing for people our age is going out and partying and thinking that's really cool, and trust me, we have our time, we have our memories, and I kind of wanted to go down memory lane and talk about all the things we kind of learned from being out together and crazy stories, and just kind of wanted to talk about the party scene, especially being two young little sexy women.
Well, I thank you.
I was also talking about me.
And you too. I mean, I'm a couple of years older than you, so I feel like I've seen it a lot more. But I guess I've been around the events and the more influencer parties, the normal parties.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's purely because I was homeschooled, so I didn't really get to go to the you too. So I feel like both of us didn't get to go to the high school parties and especially college parties because I also didn't go to college.
Yeah, same.
Nowadays it still works. But yeah, I think it's very interesting kind of navigating it. There's a lot of things you got to watch out for. And I feel like I'm always very protective around you now because now you're
you are, yeah.
Now before I feel like I didn't have to worry about it as much because you wouldn't really go to anything, and honestly now you don't really go to anything either.
I don't, yeah.
But the few things now, because now you're 18 and you're able to go to certain things now, and I feel like I'm so protective over you.
You are, for sure.
Because I feel like I myself have experienced so many weird scenarios at parties, cover your drink up.
I will say this, not that anything has happened, but even if you just have a water or a soda or something like that, make sure you never have an open cup or you leave it somewhere. We always make sure especially if it's like crowded, to put our hand over our drink. But we always try to get like bottles with twist tops.
Yeah, I had an interesting scenario once where me and my friend were out and she was just holding her drink normally, and then I happened to go to the bathroom, and normally I like watch over all my friends, and literally all she did was take one sip, and it was bad, and we ended up having to take her home because she was throwing up all night.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
it's so scary out there, especially like you never know like what someone's carried, or you know, just like I think that's a big thing. Like, I'm 18, I don't drink whatsoever, but especially if you are a little bit older, of like the legal age wherever you live, and you are drinking, like you're already kind of like not really there, but you're already.
Sometimes it happens though in like literally water or normal like sodas or anything like that too. Like there's been times sometimes like I'd be like, what's that in that drink? And it's just like, you know, if you weren't watching it that whole time or your hand wasn't over it, something like that, just it's better to just spend the extra money.
There's this one incident at a music festival. Some girls we like knew, but we weren't like super close with whatsoever. And we kind of just like met them on the trip. We were all in the crowd and they took something from a stranger and had to be rushed to the hospital. And they're okay. But yeah, it was really bad. And I feel like, especially in those scenarios, you want to like go and have fun. But let me tell you, like you can go and have a lot more fun drinking water, being hydrated, and eating food.
I prefer it.
Yeah.
I way prefer that actually. I don't remember the last time I've gone to a party.
I remember one time, this is a crazy story, where we went together.
Wait, which one? I'm scared.
So.
Oh no.
We showed up. Yeah.
Oh my God.
We showed up to this party.
Oh my God.
Together. Right?
Yeah.
And let's name this guy Jerry.
Let's say his name's Jerry.
That literally has nothing to do with him.
His name is not even close to Jerry. No. That's actually so far from me.
So that's why you're like Jerry. I was like, does this have a secret?
No, I just always say like Jerry. Like that's always my like go-to name.
So
so we were at this party, and this guy, previously before had like flirted with me, and he was actually close to my age. Yeah. And like, let's just say me and him had hung out in the past, and he was like flirting a little bit, and he was like texty flirty a little bit. But I also wasn't like interested, because in my head I was like, he is. Am I allowed to say this? He's a. Am I allowed to say that?
He is a man who loves the punani.
He is a man who loves kitty cats a lot.
He is a man who loves women.
He absolutely loves women.
He's like
and you know what? He's gonna kill you for that. Actually, that's so true. No, he just, he really enjoys women and their presence and flirting with them. I wasn't interested in all, but at the time I kind of liked the attention of it, because I think I was getting.
Did you dye your hair?
Girl.
No, but I'm like looking at it. I'm like, I don't know if it's the glasses. I know you were talking about it, but you like actually did it, right?
Yeah, I highlighted it, yeah.
Wait, I like it.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so sorry.
Highlights.
I love it.
I know. Now the bottoms match the top.
Well, as I was looking, I was like, maybe it's just this whole episode in my head. I was like, maybe it's just the lighting. I feel like she would have told me.
Thank you. I made it natural.
I love it. Okay, so this man is for the women.
So this man's for the women, and let's just say, I was going through a bit of a breakup at the time, right? Going through a little bit of a breakup, and I was like, you know what? I don't care. He's for the women. I'm just gonna enjoy the flirt.
Flirting is fun.
Flirting is fun. I'm gonna be honest. Flirting's fun. I don't know if like this is a controversial opinion, but I feel like flirting is fine even if you have no intention. Is that just me?
Okay, I think you could take it to a certain extent. Like if you're at a party and someone's flirting with you and you flirt back, like that's fine. But if you're purposely leading someone on when you know there's nothing there, that's the difference.
Leading on is I think different. Leading on is like
having multiple
interactions where you're flirting and things like that. But like I do think sometimes like say if somebody
flirt. Man in a club, just like
you love what?
Talk to a man in a club. Like I look cute. You know I look cute. Like let's talk about how cute I look.
Yeah, and then it's just like this cute little flirting back and forth. It's just it's honestly just really fun.
Brendan, I know you're gonna say something. What were you gonna say?
I totally think it's fine if both people, like, you can kind of suss out when someone else is also like playing the flirting game.
Yes.
And if you both want to play the game, then you can both play the game.
Play the game.
Yeah, as long as you like can tell you're not pushing it too far to a point where you're leading them on. Because like normally at that point is like if I'm like, okay, I'm gonna dip out of this.
Yeah.
Actually, some people I know don't like that, but I
would just like, like, in my opinion, I'm not gonna flirt with someone who's ugly. So if I'm flirting with you, obviously, like,
I think
already find you attractive. So at least step one is down.
That is true. I obviously think you're cute, but it's also for me. I feel like I'd only take it like a step farther to like a kiss or anything. Like if I like saw something in the future with them.
Yeah.
Because if not, I'm like, no. Scary.
Scary. Bye-bye.
I'm scared of first kisses.
Okay, yeah, same. Can
Like,
we talk about that?
Okay,
and then can we get back?
I know we'll get back to this Jerry situation
no,
here in a second.
we need to get back. We should focus on Jerry.
No, because we're already following into this, and we've already gone so off topic with Jerry. Let's go into this real quick, and then we'll get back to Jerry.
And then Brendan can edit it together.
I like the fact that it's jumbled up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Keep them on their toes. Jerry will have to wait till the end.
Jerry's gonna have to wait till the end. I'm sorry, Jerry, but you're for the women anyways. You can wait. He
loves the chase.
Yeah.
Jerry loves a good chase, so he
Jerry
can wait till
does.
the end of this episode.
But first kisses are honestly terrifying for me. I okay. I hate the build up to them. Like I need to just like I don't like the like. I hate that. I hate that. Just already touch my lips. Just oh my god. It's okay. Especially it's always like this.
It looks like one of those
like
fish
their
on the
eyes are
side.
rolling back, and then they're like,
it's like a fish on the side of the fish tank, like with its lips against the
that's
glass.
how it's terrifying to me. I don't know why.
Okay,
and it's always like super awkward right before. It's always like, okay, I can tell he's trying to kiss me. Oh my god.
So like, what do I do? Okay, can I say this? Like, I think, like, not your actual like first kiss. But like, say you're in your second relationship, the first kiss with someone else is worse than your actual first kiss ever.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Because you think your first kiss, like, you don't even know what to expect.
Yeah.
Like, you probably don't even know when it's coming versus like when you've already done it and it's just with a new person every time you're like, oh, I'm going to get the ick. Like, let's just get it over with.
Okay, I get the ick so hard too. I get it so bad recently.
Really?
Oh my god, yeah, the ick it's just always there. It's so bad.
Do you think you can get rid of an ick once you have it?
No, you can if you fall in love, for sure. You can get rid of an ick. But I think if you're not in love, you can't really get rid of it.
I don't know if I've ever. You know what? I have got.
Have you ever been in love and had an ick? I don't think so.
I don't know if I've ever been in love. Like
You'll feel it when you do. You'll be like, yeah, this is love.
Well, like I think that, but I don't think it actually was.
Yeah.
You know, like I felt it, but knowing in the future how I'm gonna feel comparing them, it doesn't mean that like that wasn't love at the time.
Yeah.
But it's just like in my overall lifespan, like my last relationship was not actually love. Like I know that, but it was like puppy love. It was cutesy love.
Yeah, no, it was definitely puppy love. I mean, everyone has their puppy love situation.
Like infatuated.
Yeah, it's like infatuation, hard eye, goggles on.
There was like the relationship where I felt like, oh my God, like I actually like am in love with this person. But then the relationship after that or situationship, I was like, I like love this person, but I couldn't decipher if I was like in love with them or like if I just like loved them as a person.
Yeah.
I think that's like the most confusing part because I think that person I loved more than anyone in my past relationships, but I couldn't figure out. I know.
That's crazy. That's like a crazy thing to have. But it also kind of shows that I think if you're questioning something, it's probably not it.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I think when you know, you know.
Like I knew I loved them, but I didn't know if I was like, I don't think I was in love with them, but I knew I loved them.
Yeah.
I think that your reaction to breaking up or them leaving your life, like how you react to that tells you if you were in love with them or not.
Wait, that's good.
Yeah, didn't you like
Oh, I'm still a mess to this day. It's been over a year.
Not the one before you weren't a mess at all. I remember.
No, I literally like did not cry when I broke up with them.
Well, I also just think there were so many.
Also, like I knew it was coming, and like I don't know if you feel this way, but like girls like prepare themselves. Well, we know. Girls prepare themselves before the breakup. They know it's coming, so they grieve during the last like
few weeks,
X weeks, months, whatever. Like they slowly start accepting it and grieving it, so that when the breakup actually happens, they're healed.
This is my thought behind it because I've experienced that, and I remember I caught myself doing it. And I was like I think it's because we want to make sure, like it's the right decision. Because I think for me, in the past, I've been like, okay, is this the right decision? Like, so I like grieve beforehand to make sure it's the right decision. And then once I'm like, okay, yeah, it is, then I just, go for it.
I also could just honestly be like, I mean, we're not moms, but like a maternal instinct thing, like being girls where it's like, you can kind of like sense things before they happen, or like you're more aware of what's happening around you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is, but
when do you guys know enough is enough? Like when you're in that grieving period when it's like, okay.
I'd say, yeah, normally it's because, say, like a situation's going on and you're kind of just over it, and maybe it's like a consistent thing that's happening, and like you're just like, okay, I can't take this anymore, and no one ever really changes. So I feel like I would never, ever ask somebody to change because that's who they are.
yeah.
I kind of believe, I know people believe people can change, and I think people can change to an extent, but I think for the most part, people are who they are, and I think you should love somebody for who they are. And I think if you're trying to change something about them, and if it's like something like that's just them, like you shouldn't try and like, okay, that's how they are. So you either accept it and you're okay with it, genuinely okay with it, and not going to have any problems with it in the future, or you guys just don't match. There really is a million fish in the sea, and I know like a lot of people are like, no, there's not, and like I myself have even said multiple times, no, there's not. There's always fish in the sea. You'll find somebody. I mean, people get married and divorced, and then they still find people.
Yeah.
So, and I know sometimes I feel like when you're young, you feel like your time's running out, because it's also like in society, I feel like it's like, okay, like you kind of have kids either in your late 20s or 30s or something like that. And so you kind of feel like, oh, like I need to find the love of my life in blank time period. But in reality, there's so much time to find the love of your life, and it will happen naturally.
It's better to spend more time by yourself waiting for the right person than more time with someone who's bad for you, because it'll take longer to find the right person.
Yeah.
But I think like when I knew like enough was enough was when I'm a very
Wait, which one?
We call this one croissant.
Okay, got it. Okay. Croissant
has been the ongoing
Wait, but I
name.
like croissants. Don't give him that. Ugh.
You like croissant?
Not the person, but the food. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it
No,
should be
she was like croissant's #1 hater.
Okay, good.
Oh, I do not like croissant.
Good.
Oh my god, no.
Like
Well,
she's
okay.
like #1 in the hate
Wait,
club
you
for
can
him.
link this out if I end up giving too much info in on this, but can I say why I was croissant's #1 hater?
Okay.
First of all, I almost got in a car crash, okay? Croissant's not gonna look at this. I was also meeting a lot of new people that day, and
It was
we
like
were
a
all
group of
meeting
like
at
8
Disneyland.
randos.
So I was running late because I was coming from a shoot, and I had almost literally like just avoided a crash right before, so I was kind of just very flustered, and it was like right before I parked and met up with you guys.
And Disney's a lot. I do have
And
to say Disney's
a lot, and I was like running to find you guys because you guys were about to hop on another, and so I was like sprinting because I was like, I need to catch them or else I'm gonna be waiting 45 minutes to see. So anyways, I was just trying to like catch you guys. And so when I got there, I was just kind of like explaining what just happened because I was so late. And I was explaining what happened, and I was just kind of very flustered. I gave you and Jake a hug, and then because I was explaining the scenario, I didn't give Croissant a hug at the time. Like I think it was for like while I was explaining the story. Then afterwards, I ended up giving him like a hug. and be like, oh, hey, like little side hug, you know? Like,
Also,
hey.
like, we weren't even dating.
Also, you weren't even dating. And also, I was just explaining a scenario. Like, I also don't even think I hugged the other two guys that were there. Like, I was doing something nice because I know you guys were talking. Like, well, it's not doing something nice, hugging somebody, but
Yeah.
anyways, I
You
was
were
just,
like trying to make a mini effort.
I didn't think anything of it, really. I was just like telling everybody what just happened. I was like, oh my God, you wouldn't believe it.
Like, it's a
wild.
bunch of people you've never met, and you say hi to your two best friends, and you like, hi everyone, nice to meet
And
you.
I was like,
and
oh,
that's
hi
it.
everyone, nice
Like,
to
I
meet
don't
you. And I
know.
was like, guess what just happened? And I was telling everyone just happened. Anyways, I guess later on, he told, and I did give him a side hug. I gave him a side hug. So Mr. I didn't give you a hug, and she didn't give me a hug. I didn't give the other two guys a hug. I don't know.
More of the story,
anyways-
my ex is pissed. That's
anyways.
still to this day that Sofie never gave him a hug. At
And apparently, I hated his guts.
Why does another girl need to be hugging you? in front
Why?
of their
Yeah,
girlfriend?
excuse me. Why
Thank
do
you.
I was perfectly fine with him until Symonne said, and Symonne told me that. And I was like, that's weird. Okay. And I was like, okay, whatever. Oh, tell him I'm like I'm not upset about that, right? And at the time, okay, this wouldn't be an upsetting story if it wasn't for the stuff he added on later on of why I got annoyed of that scenario as well. I don't know. Whatever. Could have been misunderstanding. Whatever. Then I'm just going to say, you can cut it out if you want. He writes a song about me,
He writes a song
how
about my best friend.
Symonne's best friend hates him.
Just to be clear,
Because I didn't give him a hug.
my boyfriend wrote a song about Sofie.
Did he write a song about you?
Oh, I have like 30.
Okay, bro.
Yeah.
But it was
no,
a
that
song
his
about
first song.
me. It was a song about me, but in the beginning, it was like a dig at Sofie.
Yeah.
We're not gonna put this.
And it was, screw it, we're going to put this in.
What was the line? It was like,
Purely because of that one time. And I did not mind, like, I honestly had no opinions on him before Symonne told me he wrote a song about me. Like, I had no opinions. I didn't really talk to him because I'm also, Symonne's with him and they were getting to know each other. What am I supposed to do? Like,
I still like didn't. This is like my like third or fourth time ever hanging out with
Yeah.
him too.
And
So
he already wrote a song about you?
yeah.
no, that was like officially when you guys started dating, or was right before?
Oh, I think it was literally like 2 weeks before we started dating. He like digged at Sofie in the song, and I was like, "You need to stop that."
He's an emotional man.
Listen,
Emotion.
listen,
Croissant has some anger issues.
I have anger issues towards him.
I do have to say, like, I don't have anything to say.
I have something to say. I was still very supportive. I want to put it out there. I was not like, don't date this guy. I never said that once. Never did any of that because you know what? It's your relationship. Unless this man's gonna cheat on you or do something sus, then I'm going to, call something out. But I still, at the end of the day, still supported you. And I
that's a
never
good
once
friend.
was like, break up with him now or anything like that.
This is what I was gonna say. When you're dating someone, the last person I want to piss off is their best friend that they stay at their house like 4 times a week. That is the last person I want to piss off. Like,
Especially like right in the beginning.
I would have been over it after the hug thing, TBH. Like,
Would you be upset if like
I would be mad. I would be mad as you and I would be mad as her. One, why are you so mad that my friend that's a girl didn't hug you? Why does it matter? If I hug you, that's all you should be.
if
hugging.
anything, I should be doing this.
Exactly.
Like, here's more of the lore is that night that we were leaving Disney, I had like an epiphany that I didn't actually want to date this person.
Yeah.
Which I
then
should
you
have
did.
listened to. So I told him that night at Disney and I was like, we're done. He was like, wait, what? So he thought Sofie was the reason why,
It wasn't me.
but it wasn't. I just like had
I
an
didn't know this
epiphany.
was happening.
Because he was like, I told my mom about you. And I was like,
I didn't know any of this was happening.
what?
So Jerry.
Oh, okay. Okay, we do need to go back to Jerry.
Okay, so we are
Jerry-
invited to this concert.
Jerry is for the girls, but yeah. I think both me and Symonne were very single at the time, and yeah, I was, I was like, a little flirting doesn't hurt. Let's just say Jerry is flirting with me, right? And then all of a sudden, he starts also flirting with Symonne.
I didn't tell you this, but can I tell you more lore of this? I didn't tell you. He like tried taking me backstage And then I was like, no, I'm only going if you bring Sofie. And then he was like, well, we can only bring one person and I want to bring you. And I was like, I'm not leaving Sofie here. So I said no. And then they went backstage.
I also saw him do I saw him do the same thing he was doing to us to a bunch of other girls.
No, like.
Can I ask maybe a naive question?
Yeah.
Because as a dude, it's like you pursue people a lot. So if you were getting hit on by this man who loves women, is it at all flattering?
No.
Like,
yeah, you know how people flirt with you and it's kind of flattering. You're like, oh, somebody's flirting with me. It's not when it comes to that because, like, quite literally.
When you see them doing it with multiple people?
Yeah, like he wasn't just doing it with us. He was doing it with like a million other girls over there. So I was just doing it back kind of more because I was bored, but also like I'm like, this man's obviously like it'd be different if like I didn't also see him flirting with like multiple other women and stuff like that. But like it was just kind of fun for like the little second of like, it's kind of what we were talking about earlier where like flirting is just kind of fun here and there. Yeah. But like in that case, it's like, you know, like nobody there has any intention. Well, he's hoping to have intention with one. He's hoping to have an intention with one of the 50 women. Let's just hope that.
Like if you're flirting, if you could like tell a guy just like flirting with a bunch of people, you could pretty much know unless they're just like really desperate. They're just like flirting for fun. But I feel like if someone's more intentional with it and they're like sticky by you, oh, let us get you a water. Like, do you want like anything to drink? Or like, oh, like let's go over here and do the photo booth. Like when it's more intentional, like that's attractive.
Jerry wasn't attractive.
No, it like gave us the ick because there was so many other people.
But I think it was just really funny because he was going for two best friends.
So then you guys
basically sisters.
And so it was like basically sisters. And it was like, it was so obvious too. It's like, okay, you're not just gonna go for one. You're gonna like we'd stand next to each other, and then he'd flirt with like Symonne, and then he'd flirt with me. So like he obviously just didn't care, but also like it's probably worked for him in the past.
No, I just think we're a very different type of people where we just like genuinely don't like that. A fun party that we look forward to every year is like birthday week.
Oh my God, I love birthday week.
My birthday's June 19th. Nia Sue, love you, queen. Hers is June 20th.
I'm June 21st and Jake's June 22nd.
It's literally birthday week because our 4 birthdays are 4 days in a row. And we've all been friends for like years and years and years on end.
It's an exhausting week. It really is.
You need to like fuel up on like liquid IV and like food and vitamins before birthday week starts.
Yeah.
Like you need to be like going.
I feel like yours is always like it's like the party, right? Like, like last year's, it was a party. We took a party bus. We went to,
I rented out Catch LA.
Yeah, Catch LA. And then we party bused back. And then we like all jumped in the pool, hot tub. And then Nia's nether party bus.
To Rainforest Cafe, which to put it to perspective, like we all live in LA. The closest Rainforest Cafe is like 2.5 hours out of the city. And we went during rush hour.
Oh my God, yeah, but it was so fun at the party.
Oh, we had the best time.
Oh my God, it was so fun. And I loved how it was like all girls and then her boyfriend Gabe.
And Jake. And Jake,
Oh, and Blake. Blake was there too.
Yeah, there was 3 guys. Our friend Blake. And
but it was just all girls. I loved it. It was so fun.
And it was all like, we all dressed up as different animals. I was a peacock.
I was a butterfly.
Jake was a shark.
A lot of the girls were like cheetahs and tigers.
Yeah.
And then mine, we did chill out a little bit more. We did a beach day and then my classic Duffy boat, pink Duffy boat.
That's Sophie's like iconic birthday party, which is what I was getting into.
I kind of love it because like it has to be like a very small amount of people. So it's pretty much just us and like a few other people, either like the significant others or like.
Wait, be for real. When's the last time we had someone's boyfriend on that Duffy boat?
Oh, true. We never had somebody's boyfriend on that Duffy boat, actually. I'm lying straight to your face, actually. Gabe would earn a spot, but also I feel like that's not Gabe's vibe.
I love how we're just talking about them and they're not even here. The one thing I love about like Nia and Gabe's relationship is that like they like love doing things together, but also he's so supportive of like Nia like girl bossing and like doing her own thing.
Yeah.
So if she's like, I want to go have girls' night, he's like, you go get it, babe. Like go.
No,
have
I
girls'
know.
night.
He like picks her up or drops her off, picks her up. I love it, and then she'll be like,
it's the best.
"Hey, can can you go pick up this? He'll pick it up. I'm like, oh, the life.
That's like one of those stories that you hear and you're like,
They're going to get married for real.
oh yeah.
If Nia ever called me one day and was like, we broke up, I wouldn't believe in love anymore, I think.
No, I would be shattered.
And she deserves it, especially her.
Yeah. She's like one of the most beautiful
Yeah.
people I know.
And then Jake, every single birthday, we have tried to do something, and every single birthday he's like, guys, I don't think you understand. I'm wiped. I don't want to do anything.
So last year he fell asleep on my couch.
That is true.
Just me and him. And that was his birthday.
Yeah, I think he was sleeping all day.
Poor Jake.
What's like your guys' like go to getting ready routine for an event or a party, and like what's your like tips and tricks for like things to bring to parties to like just like keep your night better?
First of all, whoever you're going with, you better be going together and you better be leaving together.
Oh yeah,
Step
100%.
So I'm usually at Sofie's, and you could try on an outfit before you leave the house. Always bring a backup, because I swear you could try it on that morning and you're like, yes, this is what I'm going to wear. And then as you're getting ready to leave, either dress code changes, you change your plans, or you just get an outfit and you're like, I don't like this. And then you're stuck, and then you're going to feel bad about yourself all night. Make sure you bring 2 to 3 changes of clothes.
Yeah, if you're getting ready at somebody else's house. Honestly, I think I don't know. If you want to have fun going out, put on music and just have fun getting ready with your girlfriend. And
Always leave extra time.
Oh yeah, because yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Like a solid, like for us two, 45 minutes.
Oh my god, we always like cut it so close too. We're like, we're gonna get back and we're gonna get ready in 30 minutes, and then we're going to head to, and then it's just never.
If you have the mental capacity for it, I would do it too, because I do it. But shut up. I bring a mini toothbrush and toothpaste everywhere I go.
In
Like,
your
it's
purse?
It's in my purse.
Really?
Just like the little mini travel ones.
Like the ones that
Oh,
Yeah.
that's actually
Wait,
so smart.
no. Oh,
like the
no.
plastic ones that pop and then you can
So
like,
you should. For me, I'm extra. I bring like the ones you bring on vacation, where like you pop it and you like stick it, and you brush your teeth.
That's actually so smart, because I always bring floss, but I never bring that.
Okay, if it's just like going to a party back home, just like Listerine floss pick is fine. But if I have like an all-dayer vibe and like I know I'm leaving my house early.
ragers like that? I'm just kidding. That's a joke. That's a joke.
3 more years, guys, until I do my 24-hour rager. I actually could never. I would fall asleep halfway through.
I was gonna say, I saw. Was it Alex Earl?
Yeah.
I only saw one TikTok of it, so I don't know how it went. But yeah, she did a 24-hour rager. If you do that, I will say I won't be there for the whole 24 hours.
Oh no, I'm fully asleep halfway through. Another thing I bring to parties,
Yeah.
conversation starter. If you have a hard time making friends, disposables.
that's
I don't have it with me, but I have 2 over there. Yes, props. Thank you. This is what a disposable looks like. I get mine from Fujifilm. You can find them at Target. And you always want to make sure flash is on, even in this bright room. Well, we haven't seen these yet, but
flash adds to the aesthetic.
flash is it.
It does look good.
This is a great conversation starter, because you can either take them and be like, oh, like, what's your Instagram? Like, so I can send it to them, and then you can become friends that way. I've never seen someone say no to a dispo. And they're so cute. You take 27 photos, and I just love them more than iPhone pictures, because nowadays I like scroll through every little one and I was like, well, my hair's a little bit better. That one, or my head's a little bit more tilted. And like, I pay attention to the minor things, but with dispos, you just learn to love them more, even all their imperfections or whatever you'd call them in the photo, because there's only one take and you're having fun while doing it. It's not like you had like, oh, wait, let me fix my hair and let's do that again. Like, you just learn to love your imperfections more.
Yeah, that's so sweet, actually. I've never thought about doing that.
Yeah. We have a bunch together. There's one on the TV.
I know.
There's another one on the locker.
Actually inspired me to buy some dispos because
Do you have some now?
yeah, I got some from I literally went to Target.
No
because of
way.
you.
Oh my gosh, wait, like Fujifilm, sponsor me, please.
You know, another conversation started that I do? I normally ask people who in this room would be sacrificed to the gods.
That's a great one.
I kind of love that. That's amazing.
Pardon?
Do you ever do that?
What?
Do you ever just ask people that? It's a great conversation. I mean, it's a great icebreaker.
Or who in this room would the council decide their fate? I would ask that. I would not sacrifice anyone to know God's.
Sometimes I
love
also
my
like, out of
Jesus
everyone in this
Christ.
room, who do you think would be a murderer?
See, I would run if that were me.
And then I look at you like this.
You're like,
So, wait, this is how I'm gonna ask you. So, who in this room do you think is a murderer?
I would say you.
No? Why would you say that? Huh? Why? Do I disturb you?
Do I look like a
Do
murderer?
I look like a murderer to you? How about now? So cool.
Relaxed.
How about now?
Before we end the episode, we have to take your yearbook photo.
Ooh.
But I usually ask people the yearbook quote, but because you were homeschooled, you don't have one. So if you made a yearbook quote, what would it be?
Ooh. I think it will be, who should be sacrificed to the gods?
Absolutely not.
But it is. Can we write it down? Hello, Symonne.